We are the keepers of the flame, the sacred order. Let the ceremony begin.
And today, faithful acolytes, we take a look at this. And once again, we are back to the Samyang. This time it's a Buldak instead of ramen. We've got a Carbo, and we have hot chicken flavor, Topokki. And it's this is supposed to be a carbonara. That's what Carbo is carbonara. It looks like cheese. And I don't know I don't understand that graphic, but so that will be interesting to see where that kind of goes with this. It's again another spicy chicken flavor, another hot chicken flavor. And of course Topokki, if you're not familiar with it, we will take a look at that momentarily. So I don't make it this way. So here's how they want you to make it. Just put the rice cake into the bowl, rice cake and sauce into the bowl, and then pour hot water up to the line, and then microwave it for 2.5 minutes or so, and then put the cheese powder in afterwards. We're not going to be doing it that way because that's not my preferred way of doing this. So my preferred way is going to be to put the water in there with the Topokki, and we're gonna let it go for 2.5 minutes, and we're gonna drain most of the water off, and then we're gonna throw the rest of the stuff in there. And let's just see what's all in this, shall we? So there's the noodles. We got the powder, and this, I'm assuming this is the cheese powder. Yeah, cheese powder. And there's the flavor. The flavor is actually, oh, there's the sauce. Okay, here we go. So we have chili pepper powder, you know, that's kind of interesting. And then we've got we don't see a specific pepper. So of course with Samyang, the big poop here of course is that they like to use extract for the most part. And let's just open this up and see what we have here. This cute little fork. We have the sauce, what I'm assuming is the cheese powder, and we have the noodles. So we're going to take and see, these things are like rocks right now. They're like they're really, really thick. We're going to throw those in there. We're going to take the desiccant out. And alright, so there's a fill line down there. We're going to, I think we actually, no, I'm not going to do that with sauce. What I like to do is put the water in there and then pour off some of the water, because I don't ever eat the soup base and it just gets sloppy from there, which of course is no good for filming. So let's go and heat it up, and you can check any of my other ramen videos if you guys really want to see my microwave and see it in action, because I do it in almost all the other ones. This one I'm just going to tell you what I'm doing. So I'm going to put water in there, microwave it for 2.5 minutes, and then drain it, and we'll be right back. And we are back with, you can see you got a little water in there, freshly cooked, freshly drained. And so I didn't use the lid. Oops. It doesn't matter. I put a little bit more in there than I normally would as far as the water level goes. So we should be good and fine, good and fine, good and fine, good and fine. Yes, indeed. All right. Okay. So first thing we're going to do is, you can see it's still very, very loose, even with all that. And these are just not as easy to do with ramen because of the shape of these. You know, the ramen, you can get a lot of water kind of just filling the gaps there. And this of course smells just like every other one of the hot chicken flavors that they have. Alright, that's coated enough. Now we're going to throw on the carbonara. And the cheese flavor was sort of similar to this. You can see this is a white flavor. Carbonara is a cream sauce, an Italian cream sauce. And that is kind of the big question here. What exactly we are in for. And we have hopefully enough liquid that we can actually make cheese. I know it sounds stupid, but make cheese. And so we have this creamy carbonara sauce. It looks like a carbonara sauce, sort of, if you threw it in this Buldak seasoning. Okay, get off that. Now the big question is, how is this going to taste? It's like a creamy version of their hot chicken. Cream is not great. It's just like the cheese. Their cheese flavoring, cream flavoring leaves a bit to be desired. I don't dislike this though. I'm not sure I do like it, I don't dislike it. It's really interesting. Like, I would not have thought that this was something that anyone would ever try to do. To make a Italian sort of stab at a Korean sauce. It does blunt the heat quite a bit also. You can still tell there's extract here. It just is not as prominent. Very curious flavor. I'm not. You know, most of the Samyang ones are, I'm doing because they're, you know, the spicy thing. Most of them I don't like the flavor enough to ever get again. I think I would include this in that description as well. I mean, it's certainly edible, but I don't think I would ever get it again. They have a corn flavor out I really want to try to track down. That one I'm excited about. And that might be the first one. I still have a few more of these to get to at the time of this filming, but definitely very chewy noodles. Overall, I would say this is, I guess it's more curiosity. It's more interesting than it is good. I certainly didn't expect this kind of flavoring. Like I said, it is nowhere near as hot as the regular hot chicken, or the cheese even for that matter. The cream sauce does do a lot to blunt that. But the flavoring to me is just, I don't get carbonara out of it. I get a sort of a creamy version of the Korean sauce, which is probably what they wanted. But yeah, I don't think I would get that again. I know Samyang has definitely had a lot of flavors, a lot of different types of flavors down the pipeline. And if they continue that, I'm really interested to see what they do. Like I said, I know there's a corn flavor out. I'm going to try to find that. There's black bean in the stew I haven't got to yet as of the time of this filming. I am going to try to get to both before the end of this year. And if they come out with new stuff, I definitely would be on board, because it's fun to try this. This is interesting and new and unique. And I like doing it, even if the flavor isn't, and a lot of it has to do with the extract, to be honest with you. Extract in here, they just stepped on it a bit too much for the sake of heat, I feel. And it's a flavor that is okay-ish, but not something I would want to eat regularly. And I think that's kind of the downside to this too, is with that approach. You kind of sacrifice stuff for flavor, but I'm still going to keep going at it. I think I've got quite a few of the flavors. I think there's like an ice flavor or something too. I might try to track that down. It's hard to locate stuff in stores these days because we're in the middle of the COVID thing, of course. And even with that, there's still online stuff is a little difficult to track down to a degree as well. So, a lot of stuff relies on people being able to go somewhere and see it and impulse buy it. And if you don't have that, I think a lot of companies get a little bit reluctant to roll stuff out. So, but anyway, yeah, we'll keep our eyes open. And if you hear of anything, definitely shoot me a line. If I haven't done it yet, definitely would be interested in looking into it. So, there it is, the Samyang hot chicken flavor carbonara Buldak Topokki.
Now go forth in peace to serve the flame.